The initial idea behind our machine was to make an accessible reward system for a small child. We wanted to make a candy dispenser that dispensed on a point system. The child would collect points with things like good behavior. Once they had collected enough points, they would be able to dispense a small amount of candy. Once we started designing and building our machine, we realized that we may have taken on more than time would allow us to build. We then simplified our design to a simple candy dispenser that would dispense once a button was pressed. So our machine is a candy dispenser. It starts in the off position. It says press button 1 to start. So we go to our machine and we press button 1 to start. And now it senses that our funnel is empty. There is a force sensor at the bottom of our funnel. So we fill the candy dispenser with candy. And it says the funnel is full. Press button 2 to dispense. We go to our machine, we see that the LED has turned on, and we're able to press button 2 to dispense. That turns on our motor, opens, hits the right limit switch, pauses for half a second, and then hits the left limit switch, resets back to state 1 where it's checking for the weight of the funnel. This is our Pololu metal gear motor, and it's attached to a small shaft using a rigid shaft coupler, which drives this small gear, which in turn turns the larger gear on the larger shaft. The larger shaft has a flap attached to it that opens and closes to dispense our candy. On top of our flap, we have a force sensing resistor, which tells us when the funnel is full or it's empty. On top here, we've got button 1 and button 2. Button 1 turns on our machine and button 2 dispenses. We have right limit switch and left limit switch, which tells the motor when to stop. So a non-typical behavior we've noticed in our machine is that sometimes when we load it and we push the dispense button, it takes a second for our motor to start. Overall, we really like the design of our dispenser because it allowed us to see all of the components of our design. We're able to see our motor, our gearbox, and all of the mechanisms that made it possible.